Hi friends, today I'm happy to participate to the Crafty YouTuber video hop where a group of crafters come together to introduce each other to their audiences. So if you're looking for new interesting video makers, this is a perfect event for you. The link to the next stop in the hop is right down below in the description box, and if you need more information, the link is also down below. By the way, I'm giving away a $25 certificate, and if you want to win it, please leave a comment down below. And by the way, each stop of the hop has its own giveaway, so keep commenting on the posts to maximize your chances to win. Now to the project. Today I'm going to make a card that looks like a regular 6x6 card as you are pulling it out of the envelope, but then it turns into a beautiful 3D tabletop piece. So let's get started. Normally, when we mention a trifold card, you imagine something that works like this. But this card is going to be a bit different. It should remind you of a dollhouse, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. We're going to need one piece of cardstock that is 6x6 inches and two more pieces that are 6x6.5. Next, I'm going to take two 6x6.5 pieces. I'm placing each of them into the scoring board, and I'm scoring the panel at 1/2 inch mark, and this way I'm going to get a 6x6 panel that has a tab at one side. Before I start putting the card together, I'm going to decorate the card front, and for that I'm going to use the Special Day die set by Spellbinders. I've die cut the shapes out of light and dark blue cardstock, stamped the sentiment, and then I'm going to layer all the pieces on the card front. That is the 6x6 inch piece. I'm simply using the liquid glue to stick down all the pieces one on top of another, and I'm not using any foam tape to minimize the bulk because I want this card to be as malleable as possible. I have also decided to make one little improvement to the tabbed panels, so I'm going to place them onto the scoring board again, and I'm going to create another fold. I'm simply scoring the paper one more time at 1/8 of an inch mark next to the existing fold. This way I'm creating a dimensional fold that is going to allow me to add more bulk inside the card later on. Next, I have applied some double-sided tape onto the tabs, then I peeled off the liner, and now I'm going to attach one of the panels to the front panel at the wrong side, just like that. I'm folding down the tab, then I'm applying the two panels edge to edge, and then I'm kind of opening up the tab and sticking it down. Next, I'm applying the next third panel to the bottom of the second panel, like this. So this is how the card base looks like. You can see that all the folds are 1/8 of an inch deep, and that is going to allow me to add more elements inside the card, and this way the card will remain flat when folded. And when you unfold the card, it can be standing on a surface, and it looks like a dollhouse room. Now I'm going to decorate the inside of the card. I'm going to create a room, so I will need some Woodgrain Textures. I'm going to use the patterned papers from this pad by Consortium that is called Wood Textures, and it's actually the entire pad full of wood grains. I trimmed down one paper to be slightly smaller than 6x6 inches. So it's going to form about 1/8 of an inch border all around the card, and I'm sticking down this piece onto the bottom flap, and that is going to be the floor area. Next, I'm going to move on to the walls. I'm going to use the 2 strips of the same patterned paper to create wall panels. So I'm sticking them down to the bottom of the 2 flaps of the card using the double-sided tape. Then I'm using the stripy patterned paper to create the top part of the walls. Again, I'm just sticking them down onto the card panels with the double-sided tape. And by the way, the tools and supplies I'm using are all listed down below in the description box, as well as on my blog. My empty room is now ready to be filled in with furniture. To do this, I'm going to combine the dies from 3 different sets by Paper Discovery. They are the Window set, Elegant Room die set, and Timeless Room die set. All the dies are the same scale and they are very easy to mix and match. I'm going to create the window first, since it's the largest element. I'm going to use the outline and the insert die from the window die set, and I've die cut this shape out of another wood grain paper from the same patterned paper pad. I have also used just the outline die to create the background. So I'm sticking down the frame onto the background first, and then I'm sticking down the entire piece inside the room. Next, I'm also going to add some plants, so I've die cut those Aspidistra plants out of green paper, and I've die cut the flower pots out of clay colored paper. Then I'm layering the matching pots onto the plants. And again, I'm adding the entire pieces onto my card at both sides of the window. By the way, the adhesive I'm using is Ranger Multimedia Matte in a needle applicator bottle. Now I'm going to fill in the rest of the room, and my idea is to create a kind of a reader's nook. So I'm going to start by attaching the first element, which is the floral lamp. I used the same wood grain paper that I used for the window. I'm lining up the bottom of the lamp with the bottom of the card and sticking it down. I've die cut the lampshade out of yellow and out of red. Then I'm trimming off the tassels from the yellow piece, and I'm backing it up with the red piece, and thus I'm going to create the contrasting tassels. The next element I'm going to work on is the armchair. The armchair consists of 2 dies, the outline and an insert. So I've die cut the outline only, then I combined the outline and the insert to create a frame, and then I used just the insert to die cut the fabric parts of the chair. Then I'm sticking down the wooden frame onto the background, and then I'm going to inlay all the fabric pieces inside. I enjoy playing with those furniture dies because I love interior design, and for me it's the chance to create new looks of the rooms without spending all that amount of money, time and effort. I'm sticking down all the small pieces just where they belong with the liquid glue, and then I'm going to attach this chair next to the floor lamp. The next little element is a round side table. I've die cut it out of wood grain patterned paper again, and I'm backing it up with a piece of thick cardstock just to give it a bit more dimension. Then I'm sticking it down onto the card, and I'm placing an old-fashioned telephone on top of it. That is also the part of the die sets. Since it's going to be a reading nook, I have also attached a bookshelf with the clock, and now I'm just going to add the final small element, which is that pillow on the chair. I've die cut it out of red paper. I'm backing it up with the contrast color paper, adding one piece of cardstock for more dimension, and then adding it to the chair. At this point, I thought I would add a sleeping dog. A little bit of life is always good for this kind of scenes. So I've die cut the dog out of light patterned paper. Then I'm trimming this die cut. I'm just following the die cut lines with the scissors to be able to lift up his head a little bit, and that is to be able to add more shading around his head and around his body, and then I'm sticking down the dog just below the window. Now when I have all the furniture in place, I have also decided to carpet the floor. So I'm using the square dies with the decorative insert, also by Paper Discovery, to create a decorative lacy border, and then I'm attaching it onto the background. Then I'm going to stick down this carpet onto the floor. I could have totally used just a red patterned paper for this carpet, but the reason I have created the light colored center is that I'm going to use this carpet as a sentiment panel. I'm stamping down my sentiment with the brown ink, and I'm orienting it diagonally, and then I can call my card done. So this is what the finished project looks like when it's folded. Then when you unfold this card, it turns into the room, and it can be standing on a horizontal surface very easily without any additional support. It's also very easy for the recipient to figure out how it works, since it's so simple and it doesn't require any additional explanations. If you want to write down the personal message, this white panel, which is the bottom of the card, is perfect for it, since you want to see it when the card is unfolded and is standing on the surface. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave your comment for a chance to win $25 certificate, and also check out the next stop on the hop. The link is right down below in the description. Bye bye.